Hi guys, gonna teach you how to make my pumpkin spice coffee creamer. It's delicious. The video is a little rough, but as I think a certain awesome Papa Diva once said, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. So enjoy. So I haven't quite figured out the exact amounts yet of these 4 spices. So this will be another discovery phase, so this might turn out to be a really big fail. Not sure. I do know from last time I need to put in less nutmeg and I think more cinnamon and a little bit more ginger, not a lot. I'm also going to try and put in just an 1/8 or maybe even just a pinch of salt to kind of bring out the rest of the flavor. So hopefully that'll go over well. So the cream is still getting warm. Waiting. Already got my measuring spoons out and my wooden spoon to stir with. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait for this to get done. Just want it to get warm. Doesn't even... I'll probably start adding them in when it gets warm. I probably don't even have to wait till it starts simmering. But I do want to simmer probably for like 5 or 10 minutes at the least. Gentle simmer so it doesn't scorch or anything. So we will wait. Nothing going on yet. No bubbly action going on yet. Waiting. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of cinnamon. Tablespoon of cinnamon. I think I'm only going to put in, I think I put in half a tablespoon of nutmeg in the last one, and that was only half a cup, so I think this one I'll do half a tablespoon for this whole thing. Yeah. And the cloves, I think I'll try, I think I'll try, no, not a teaspoon, because you can always add more, you can't take away. I think I'll do half a teaspoon of clove and half a teaspoon of ginger for the same reason, because you can always add more, but you can't really take away. I think what makes it pumpkin spice for me more so is cinnamon. So maybe I'll add in another half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Not a lot more, just a little. And like I said, I think I'm going to add in a little tiny bit of salt, like an 1/8 of a teaspoon. Not even fill that 1/8 of a teaspoon up. Just to sort of, well, maybe I will because it kind of got clobbed in there. Just to bring out the natural flavors of everything. Now I'm just going to stir it a little. I haven't decided. I might add in some sugar, just a tiny bit. Not a lot, because I'll obviously be putting sugar in the coffee. But I think a little sugar in here could definitely help it out. So, all the spices are in there. It's not simmering yet, but it's very warm, so I thought I'd just start the spices. Now you can see like there's little clumps in there, so I'm going to have to just probably put those on the side and break them up. So far, so good. So I decided to opt out my wooden spoon for a wire whisk because it really does a good job. Like you can hardly even see any of the spices in there anymore, and there were big clumps in there. So I'm going to suggest that wire whisk, start whisking it. It's probably a good idea too to just keep everything moving so it doesn't burn. Okay, so I added a half a teaspoon more of cinnamon and ginger and cloves, and it still tastes a little weird, so time to break out the big guns. I'm going to try adding a tablespoon of sugar and see, because the problem is right now is it's really bitter. I'm not sure where that's coming from, because it was bitter last time, so adding a little sugar to see if that helps. This is just below a simmer, a low simmer, which is what I wanted. I'm not sure why this is coming out bitter, guys. It's really ticking me off because the concept seems simple enough, you know? The sugar definitely helped. It's still not perfect, but the sugar definitely helped. So definitely, maybe even adding another teaspoon. So right now, or tablespoon. So right now I'm adding another tablespoon of sugar because that is really helping this out. I do find that most flavored coffee creams are really sweet on their own. Like a lot of times they don't even need sugar. Probably why, because I gotta add sugar into them. But this is starting to look good. You know what it reminds me of? Like when I make chai tea. I bet this would be really good in chai as well. Love chai lattes. Okay, so we're gonna give it another taste. Now this does have to cook more, but hopefully. Oh, good gracious. Okay, guys, that was the problem. The salt is not there anymore. It definitely needed some sugar. Like I said, this needs to cook more, but there's definitely the aftertaste of pumpkin pie spice. Doesn't seem like anything's overpowering each other right now. I might want to add in a tiny bit more cinnamon, because like I said, that really, like that's like not even a whole half a tablespoon. So the cinnamon is what does it for me, just that warmth. Really, that's what I like about pumpkin spice, that warmth from the cinnamon. But you need all the other flavors in there, it just doesn't taste right. So stirring, whisk is working out much better. And once this starts getting up to a low simmer, you really don't want to let it sit without stirring it. You don't want to scorch anything, you know. But here we are, just mixing. Gonna do another taste. Okay, a little bit more cinnamon helped. Okay, it's almost perfect. So I think what we're up to now is almost 2.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. I believe is what it was. And I don't remember. It'll come to me. I had it all written down, I believe. So, definitely think it needs maybe another half tablespoon of sugar. The sugar's really helping this out. Like, if you think about it, if it's supposed to taste like pumpkin pie, you put sugar in pumpkin pie, right? So, I think it's helping out. From the looks of this, you might have to strain this through cheesecloth or something, because the spices I don't think are going to completely cook out of this. Or dissolve out of it. I might have to just make coffee in the middle of the day just to try this. Well guys, it still has to cook a little more, but I'm pretty satisfied with the flavor. So this is the end. We have a whole nice batch of pumpkin spice coffee creamer or tea creamer or tea base, whatever. Be good for a latte. If you use heavy cream and do the same method, you could have a delicious pumpkin pie spice whipped cream if you just whip it up. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I will post the recipe at the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye. I also decided to put an 1/8 of a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, because I'm thinking about things that you put in pumpkin pie, and you put vanilla in pumpkin pie, I'm pretty sure. But if you don't, I don't care, because I put it in and just tasted it, and it tastes amazing. Definitely one step closer to real pumpkin pie. So, if you have imitation vanilla extract, I'm not sure how you want to adjust that, but mine is pure vanilla extract. So, I will be back later. Okay, so I got sick and tired of waiting for that, so I poured the liquid right through the sieve. It seemed to have gotten some of the spices. There still is some in the bowl here. Not a lot though, so I'm going to taste it. Oops, now there's some because I dropped it in there. You can see there's still a bunch left in the bottom of the pot too. But I'm going to taste this and see how much or what spice is actually left over in there. It seems like it's the nutmeg, and I think that's what's making it bitter, is that nutmeg. So the sieve worked decently well just as is, but you do probably need to strain it through something much smaller to get everything out. I don't know if it's just a property of the cream, but what happened was I noticed the sieve would work because some kind of, I guess it's like fat particles or something, came up to the surface, and all of the spices seem to have stuck to that. And so that's how I got it to go through the sieve. And it's like really weird. It's very, I don't know what it is, but I mean, it just comes right off. I don't know. But yeah, so almost done. Okay, so I found something out just now. As this is sitting cooling, there's like a skin, a film forming on the top. I'm not sure if you can see that. But all of the spices seem to be captured in the film. Because now you can see we're getting a little clearer down there. So what I would say is wait till this cools some, and you can probably just gently skim all of this right off the top. And then you wouldn't have to go through the whole sieve thing like I did. So wait till it cools, and you should be able to just skim all this right off the side. Just like that. See, it's all there. You can see how clear it's looking down there. It's starting to look really nice. And this film or whatever, can you see it there? It looks like a pretty good picture. Just skimming right off the top. So, do as I say, not as I do, and don't worry about this sieve. It seems like when this starts to cool down, a film forms on the top and you can just skim everything off. So, hooray! Easy way. So we're all done. I'm just waiting. I'm brewing some coffee. Waiting to try the creamer. I don't know if you can see into there, but it does reduce it. I think it reduced by maybe a third, not a lot. So you've got most of the quart left. Now what happened is really bad. Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. Ooh. Look how smooth it looks. So the long and short of it was really, really, really good. As you can see, I'm out. I drank this whole thing. I downed it. So, again, the video is a little rough, but that's everything you need, and I'm going to post the recipe right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my craziness making it. So try this out yourself and let me know how you like it.